everyone, this is Sayali
And I'm Gladson.
and we welcome you to India's first and very own Ukulele podcast.
This is where we're going to be talking about what's buzzing in the ukulele world, such as the latest festivals, news related to the ukulele, festivals, articles, and a lot of music. We're going to discuss all about that for you guys.
Of course, and if you are a player or teacher, then this might really interest you. Also, wait till the end of the podcast for that one trick to take your ukulele skills to the next level, because हर एक एपिसोड के एंड में we are going to share some tip and tricks for you guys. Alright? So let's start off with the first episode.
Yes, absolutely. Before we get into the topic, let me also remind you that we have 2 episodes every single month, one on the 1st and one on the 15th. So we're hoping to make sure that in the end of every single episode, you get a lot of value, and yep, we'll do our best. Give it to you.
Yes, of course. So today we are going to discuss a little bit about our ukulele journey, how we got started. We are going to give you guys some tips to get started on ukulele as well. So
Absolutely.
Gladson, let's just start off with your journey. I want to know how
Sure.
you started and how your journey been so far.
I've actually been playing a lot of musical instruments otherwise, but I'm going to jump straight right into the ukulele. I met the ukulele in 2011, 2012 when I was in my college.
Wow,
And-
so long.
Yeah, it's been about 8 to 9 years that I've been playing the ukulele, and trust me, it just steals my heart so well. Yeah, steals my heart, steals everyone else's hearts, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I started off with a basic soprano, which was found at a local store when I used to visit college. Or when I used to visit the store, I just found this red ukulele, and just around that time, I had also watched a video on YouTube by the one and only Jake Shimabukuro.
Uh-huh.
He played While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and मैंने जब ये वो देखा, मैं बोला यार ये तो काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग गिटार है, but then I figured it's not a guitar, वो ukulele है. Hawaiian instrument, has a different backstory to it, and मैंने बोला कि I think this is an instrument which will capture my heart even if I don't know anything about it yet. तो मैंने खरीद लिया, and घर आके I couldn't figure out how this works, because back in that time there was no one really who played the ukulele.
True.
And it was so fresh. It was, I think, one of the first pieces over here, and I was
Wow.
one of the first people to kind of pick it up. I literally went second by second on Jake Shimabukuro's video, and I learned how to play While My Guitar Gently Weeps by George Harrison from the Beatles. And I started playing that for all the college festivals. उसके बाद मैं बहुत सारे different जगहों पे मैंने बजाया, and the ukulele just took me and my music and my life to just a different level altogether. मैंने पहले soprano ukulele से शुरू किया. Then I figured I could do better. I could try a different ukulele. Then I figured there's something called as a concert ukulele. I would say blessed to have a concert gifted by my uncle, and that was something which had a pickup, so I could kind of play better. Stage shows में I could do better. I played that for a long time. उसके बीच में बहुत सारा मैंने ukulele के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा सीखा. Currently I own a tenor as well as my primary, which is also another beautiful gift. And apart from these, I own a couple of ukuleles, which I think we'll be talking about them a little later. But this has been my ukulele journey, 8 to 9 years, and fantastic. From just thinking that this ukulele sold my heart, now it is literally every third person basically has an ukulele at
True.
their place, even if they play it or not. And I think this is a great time for India, because we have seen the ukulele rise in numbers of sales, and lot of people are picking it up, and yep, it's connecting so many amazing people. Sayali and I have got connected. We've got connected to so many other ukulele players from around the world. And yeah, we have something new now for you guys. The first and India's very own ukulele podcast. I mean, look at the journey. So amazing. But yeah, that's been my journey. I'm very excited to know what Sayali's journey is like. Sayali, over to you.
Well, first of all, I want to say कि आपने काफी सालों पहले चालू किया when ukulele was not even a thing or people were not at all aware कि क्या है वो instrument. Right. So amazing. Yeah, exactly. Even nowadays, people wonder what exactly this instrument is, but there is awareness, a little bit of awareness about the instrument. And talking about you got gifts, ukulele as in gifts. Dude, I want those kind of uncles, you know, who will gift ukuleles as well. Wow. So, anyways, jokes apart, I came across ukulele very randomly. And before that, I was learning guitar. So, I wasn't having that much fun with guitar. When I came across ukulele, I was like, oh God, I just need this. And I got it because I was way too fascinated with the sound of the ukulele. Wow. I got one. I started teaching myself. So I've been learning music since a lot of years from my school days, and that entire learning sort of helped me to, you know, learn the technicalities of the instrument and learning the instrument as a whole, actually. Wow. So when I started learning, I wasn't getting proper information on the internet. Okay. So I thought, why not to share the information I'm learning, because there might be a lot of people out there going through the same. So why don't I should just, you know, try and make some videos so that I can share my learnings through it. And that's how I started YouTube channel. Not actually, I was uploading song covers और एक point पे ऐसा हो गया था कि channel बिल्कुल चल नहीं रहा था. And then I was like कि ठीक है, अभी कुछ तो नया try करके देखते हैं, अगर चल गया तो चल गया. And like that, I just started uploading ukulele videos. Eventually got a good response, and still I'm getting a lot of amazing response from the...
Of course, you're close to 100K.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, by the way. Crossed fingers. Yeah. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm getting great response, and I feel really grateful for the same. I feel grateful that I'm able to provide value through my work, you know. At the same time, as you said, we got connected to a lot of amazing people. So that's how we got connected to, and look at us now, starting a Ukulele podcast. So absolutely, to be very honest, this instrument has given me the purpose of life, and it all started like that. It was never a conscious decision, you know, कि अरे हाँ चलो ukulele मिल गया है, अभी इसके tutorials बना के upload करते हैं. It was never like that. It just came, and it just flow में जाता है ना, वैसा हो गया, and it just got great, amazing response. Wow. So that's so far been my journey of 2 years in short, I can say. Wow. And yeah.
In 2 years, it's amazing. I mean, you've had a YouTube channel grow. You are providing so much value, and we've got more projects. Like, this is one of those amazing projects which we're working on, and of course I'm very excited. But Sayali, let's get to one important question. Okay, मुझे ये पूछना था कि what sold you on the ukulele? मतलब, you told me that you also already play the guitar and stuff like that. Yes. And you also have training in vocals, right? Yes. But क्यों ukulele? Like, what sold you on it?
So, as I said, when I first saw the ukulele, it was randomly I came across someone's YouTube video or something like that. And then first thing that sold me was the sound of the ukulele. because it's so fascinating. It brings you some sort of peace or, Zen mode sort of. So wo cheez was the first thing. Another thing is the size of the ukulele, because you can just put it in a bag and you are ready to go out there, travel or perform.
Absolutely.
गिटार में कैसे होता है कि गिटार इज लाइक लिटिल बल्की, तुमको दिन भर अगर बाहर स्टेज शोज करने के लिए घूमना है गिटार लेके, देन इट्स सॉर्ट ऑफ अ टास्क, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट.
For sure, ask me.
Yeah, you have been doing a lot of shows, right?
Yeah.
So you must be knowing that hassle really well. So the size of ukulele was another thing, and as I said, that ukulele has this peaceful sort of a vibe. At the same time, it has the power to turn strangers into friends within seconds.
Absolutely.
And ukulele is one of the least expensive instruments to start playing music. That's what I believe. And getting one on budget costs nothing, to be very honest. And not to mention, it has long-lasting strings as well. So there is no limit, basically. You can play any style of music on ukulele mein, be it classic to reggae to rock. It's also the perfect accompaniment for singing. So that's 100%. One of my purpose or goal was कि मैं तो सॉन्ग कवर बनाती हूँ, बट मुझे गाने के साथ कुछ तो बैकग्राउंड में चाहिए म्यूजिक देने को.
Wow.
That's why that was one of the motto or thing to pick up the instrument. Also, you know what? If you put a ukulele in hands of a friend who has never played one, you would instantly see them smile. I mean, no one can escape its charm. So just give it a go. The ukulele will simply make you happy. So that these are all things. I mean, there are so many things actually I've mentioned which already sold me out. What about you? Like, when you came across instrument, you saw it, and then first instinct was you want to buy that instrument, right?
Yeah, so 100%.
What sold you just by watching the instrument?
So my background is a little different, all right. I actually call myself a drummer first. That is actually my first love. Now, if you compare ukulele to the drums, it's more like size का क्या मतलब महाफर्क है. And I'm not talking about like the rhythm pad or stuff like that. I'm talking about like the 5-piece kit and stuff like that. तो मैं वो बजाते आ रहा हूँ, and I could never really own one. But because of my love for music, मैंने बहुत सारे दूसरे इंस्ट्रूमेंट पिकअप कर लिए. मैंने गिटार बजाया, कीबोर्ड, पियानो, फ्लूट, हार्मोनिका, blah blah blah. And of course, at this point of time, apart from the uke, I'm also known as India's one-man band. That is obviously because I'm able to play 13 to 14 musical instruments at the same time. So, if you ask what's in my bag, I have all the instruments. But, it's about the portability. That was the main point for me. It was like, itna chota instrument hai, but kya mighty hai. मतलब एक रूम में अगर 10 जन है, 8 जन अगर गिटार बजाते हैं, तो वो एक उकुलेले प्लेयर अगर वहाँ पर रहेगा ना, तो ये सारे गिटार को मतलब ऐसा टक्कर देता है. इफ द यूकेलेले इज प्लेड वेल विद द सोल एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. सो फॉर मी इट वाज लाइक दैट वाज द मेन पार्ट. एंड प्लस व्हेन आई सॉ इट, आई वाज लाइक, ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट मैं अपने बैकपैक में डाल सकता हूँ. I could just carry it to college every single day, which I actually did. And the sound was so pretty, so beautiful. Oh my God. Trust me, bathing was the only time I did not play the ukulele.
Oh my God.
I would wake up with an ukulele next to me. I would sleep. Literally every single thing was with the ukulele when I started playing. So I put countless hours I wouldn't say practicing the instrument, but trying to make my relationship with the ukulele stronger by spending more time understanding its sound. Not understanding, more like I wanted that sound to come into my soul. And I think it's kind of paying off now when I play covers or when I make my original stuff. That sound is in my body, and when I have to kind of make my own rendition, I can sing with the ukulele, like not sing with my mouth but sing with the ukulele. अगर मैं चाहता हूँ कि एक गाना ऐसा बजना चाहिए तो now I can do that, so it's about that portability, sound, and again a lot of points which you have already mentioned. 100% sure a lot of people who are listening to us right now also have similar points, and I think it'll be exciting for both of us to also know from them, right? We can probably ask them to. So yeah, of course, if you are listening and you kind of resonate with our story, if you think कि आपका भी story, आपका भी कहानी with the ukulele is something interesting, or even if it is not interesting, just mail it to us. All right, we would love to kind of read through, and who knows, you might be on the episode with us, है ना?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys and know your ukulele journey, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's beautiful story, by the way. The thing you mentioned that you want your ukulele to sing with you. And that is what sets a musician apart, when it comes to playing instruments. So beautiful, amazing.
Yeah, there has to be soul.
Yeah, true. Okay, so let's move ahead with our next topic, which is, tips to get started with ukulele, because I feel there are a lot of people out there who are just getting started with the instrument and might be feeling little lost and don't know where to start from, what to do exactly. What kind of tips you would like to give them?
So yeah, if you ask me what is the first best tip on the ukulele, just go and buy one. It is very inexpensive. You can just buy it anywhere. If you want, you can just buy it online. But yeah, that's the first best step. What do you think, Sayali?
Yeah, definitely, because instrument सीखने के लिए instrument होना ज़रूरी है. So go buy one. And what after buying an instrument? What are your thoughts or tips?
I mean, you should learn it, of course. We've got you covered on that. And this is where we plug in our stuff over here and let you know what we do. And
I mean, we both work as a ukulele teacher. So Gladson does, one-on-one sessions or just teaching ukulele. So you can shoot him a DM on Instagram at Uke Experience. And you can also DM me, or you can just go through my YouTube channel, because I have a lot of beginner stuff out there. I've made an entire playlist. If you are looking forward to buy a ukulele, or if you are confused, then you can just go through the playlist of buying guide. Also, we are coming up with the buying guide in the next episode, just in case, if you want to know the details about it. So stay tuned for that. And as I said, I have a lot of new amazing beginner stuff on the channel. Go through that. I have an entire playlist on Get Started with Ukulele. You can just go through that playlist and learn the basic things about the instrument. Knowing the instrument is a very, very important thing, I feel, before you start learning the instrument. So get to know what kind of parts your instrument has, what strings your instrument has, kaun se notes hai koi particular string ko, things like that. Once you learn that, learn how to hold the instrument. Because instrument बजाने के लिए एक proper posture या form रहना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है. Because this is going to really help you in long run. So either if you are, playing ukulele in sitting position or standing position, when you are sitting, you can let the body of ukulele rest on your legs and rest your strumming arm on the top of the ukulele, And when you are standing, you can just hold it against your chest and keep it there with your strumming arm. All this may take some practice, but it will pay off in the end, because that way you will be able to play your ukulele really well. And then first things first, start with the basics. Like, you don't need to go for something very fancy, in the beginning, because if you're opting for something very fancy stuff to play on ukulele in the beginning itself, then that could demotivate you a lot. क्योंकि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना कि हमने इंस्ट्रूमेंट ले लिया, हमको बहुत एक्साइटमेंट रहता है कि हाँ, आई वांट टू प्ले समथिंग ऑन माय इंस्ट्रूमेंट. तो वो एक्साइटमेंट is totally understandable, but out of that excitement you should not opt for something which you will feel is impossible to achieve. And lastly,
so you should start with something basic, basically.
Yes, of course. As I said, क्योंकि टाइम लगता है चीजें अचीव करने को, अगर तुम कुछ बहुत ही ज्यादा फैंसी करने जाओ तो, और फिर ऐसा फील होता है कि यार इतना टाइम लग रहा है, वो क्यों नहीं रहा है. एंड देन जो मजा रहता है ना इंस्ट्रूमेंट सीखने का, वो मजा चला जाता है.
एग्जैक्टली. लाइक यू जस्ट गेट डीमोटिवेटेड कि यार मुझे ये बजाना था, लेकिन क्या यार, मैंने सोचा था इजी होगा. आप इजी चीज पिकअप करो, इजी डेफिनेटली होगा. आप हार्ड चीज को देख के इजी होगा बोल लो मत. लाइक just pick up something very simple. As people watch you, right, you'll be motivated to kind of go to the next step. पहले तुमने एक स्ट्रमिंग पैटर्न सीखा, second time you try to kind of advance that, make it a little better, then a couple of more chords, then and as you progress, you will definitely see that your journey is going to be so amazing.
True. And it's very important to have fun with your instrument.
Absolutely.
Some may call the ukulele a toy, but so what? Like, toys are fun to play with.
Of course.
To be very honest, it really isn't a toy at all. It's a true instrument, and you can do wonderful things with it.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, don't make the mistake by thinking that it is an easy instrument. You will need to practice a lot to master it. But saying that, even when you only know the basics, it is already so much fun. And enjoy playing it. Without knowing, you will improve each and every day,
I mean, if you have to pick up like a guitar or piano or a keyboard or drums, you need to kind of go through the basics no matter what. But ukulele is just such an amazing instrument that it gives you the liberty to start off from somewhere else. I mean, you just want to start playing songs, you can do that. If you want to learn the ukulele well, like a musician, then it has the ability to do that also. But I would recommend either way, start basic, start small, and you see your journey. It'll definitely be amazing when you look back.
Yes, of course. Also, don't rush. मतलब बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, we tend to compare ourselves with someone else. Don't do that, because that will be disrespectful for yourself only.
Absolutely.
So never compare yourself with anyone else, because you never know उनका जर्नी क्या रहा है, कितने साल से वो सीख रहे हैं.
Correct.
So you are basically comparing your first step to their 10th step. Don't do that. Don't rush. Take things at your own pace, one day at a time, one thing at a time. Small goals, but get through it one by one.
Absolutely. I mean, these are a couple of the tips that we kind of had as someone who would want to start off. And we believe that a couple of you might have been playing this instrument already. And if you want to take your ukulele skills to the next level, one thing is keep practicing. Okay. And of course, in this podcast, we'll be giving you that one tip every single episode. It might be very basic. It might be very small. It might be something you've already done, but it's always good to remind you. So keep listening to us. We'll definitely make sure that we provide you the right value so that you can kind of keep getting better at this instrument. But yeah, that's pretty much the tips for kind of starting off. What's the best first step and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. Coming towards the end of the episode now, we are going to discuss about, mostly asked questions and tips and tricks as mentioned in the beginning of the episode.
Yep. Let's get to the most asked question, all right? I mean, if you are a ukulele player, if you have played the ukulele, both of us have actually come across this several hundreds of times, and we can't really just get enough of that. But yeah, here's a big reveal. So Sayali, what is the most asked question?
Is that a small guitar?
Yeah, is that a small guitar? No, guys, it is not a small guitar. It is probably one of the cousins, of course. I mean, they all kind of come from the same family, but it is not a guitar, all right? We're going to quickly go through or run through a few things which make it different from the ukulele, like from the guitar, the ukulele from the guitar. So yeah.
Yeah, so see, guitar and ukulele, as they belong to the same family, मतलब दिखने में भी same दिखते हैं, but they are totally different instruments, and you have to understand this.
Yep.
So guitar has 6 strings, ukulele has 4 strings.
Right.
गिटार का फ्रेटबोर्ड बड़ा रहता है, उकुलेले का फ्रेटबोर्ड छोटा रहता है. As the size of the instruments are different. Yes, naturally, totally. And you know what? As the fretboard of ukulele is significantly thinner than guitar, and being much shorter, this makes it a lot easier to manage for the people like me with small hands to play the instrument, to be very honest.
Yeah, true.
So whether you want a cheerful acoustic tone or a window shattering rock concert in your basement, the guitar gives you what you need.
Yep.
You know, when you purchase a guitar, you have the option to buy electric or acoustic guitar. और दोनों के अपने अपने unique और beautiful sound है.
Yep.
Also, as far as the range and tone, guitar में काफी wider variety है. It can reach much lower tones than ukulele can.
Yes.
Since its fretboard is significantly longer comparative to ukulele. And when it comes to ukulele, पहली बात तो ukulele का sound बहुत unique है.
बहुत sweet.
It has that, it has that typical Hawaiian tone which offers the perfect background for hanging out at the beach.
Absolutely.
However, different tones are available depending on what size of ukulele you purchase.
Absolutely.
So, you want to give some light on, how the size differs, sound differs according to size. Sorry.
Sure. So yeah, coming to the ukulele, right? We're talking of 4 different kinds or sizes of the ukulele. The first one is a soprano, okay? Then there's a concert, and then there's a tenor, and then you have the bass, the baritone. Now, apart from these 4 sizes, there are other sizes which probably we'll be speaking about them a little later, not in this episode. But these are the 4 kind of models which are available in India as of now. As we speak, we have all the 4 of them. The most sold is the soprano and the concert. Tenors are getting into the market as we record this episode, and bass has just entered. So it's a great time to be doing all of this thing for the ukulele. We just want to make sure that the ukulele community gets better and better. So yeah, these are kind of how it goes about. You also have options for keeping it completely acoustic, which means you can play it with your friends when you're relaxing with them, with your family, on the beach. But at the same time, if you want to go on a stage and rock the shit out of it, then yeah, that's possible too. You just buy one with a pickup, all right? You've got loads of options, and that's the most exciting part. And guess what? If you actually own one of the smaller sizes of ukulele, You can just put it in a backpack, carry it anywhere, and yeah, you'll feel so amazing. Trust me, just the fact that you can take it anywhere, it's so amazing. That's something you cannot do with the guitar.
You know what? One of the confusion people has maybe is that which instrument is, sort of easier to learn, guitar or ukulele?
In comparison, of course, the ukulele.
Yeah.
In
But
comparison.
sometimes I feel, true. But sometimes I feel that this point is sort of, highly debated.
Yes.
Because it's true that the learning curve for the ukulele is much easier than that of guitar.
Yeah.
Like within few days of practice, you can start making music and playing songs.
Yep.
The tension of the string is lower on the ukulele, and there are fewer strings to manage, which makes it easier for beginners to play.
Yeah.
So for the absolute beginners who want to start making music quickly, ukulele is 110% recommended.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's all about the question and tip or trick of the day.
Yep.
Gladson, over to you.
All right, this is very exciting. I mean, this is something you would have done before, but sometimes we kind of need to remind ourselves to do something very basic just so that we know where it all stems out of. And one of the basic things to do is
Develop the habit of tuning your ukulele before playing, or always make sure that your ukulele is in tune before you play it.
Yeah, these nylon strings tend to lose its tuning very quickly, especially if you have just bought a ukulele. Know that you have to give it like at least 2 weeks time. Her time you have to keep on. Every single time you have to keep on tuning it and making sure that the tension gets all right and stuff like that. But if you think that that's a problem and you return it to the store, it is not a problem. It is very much the characteristic of nylon string. So no matter if it is like a new ukulele or something you've been playing for years now, tip of the day says that always learn to tune an instrument every time before you pick up to play.
Yes, definitely. And why it is important if you ask is because अगर आपका इंस्ट्रूमेंट ट्यून नहीं रहेगा तो आप जो भी बजाओगे वो अच्छा सुनाई नहीं देगा. इट्स एज सिंपल और इजी एज दैट. तो भले आप अभी इंस्ट्रूमेंट बजा लो और उसके 3-4 घंटे बाद इंस्ट्रूमेंट लेके बजाओ. मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव ट्यून्ड योर उकुलेले बिफोर यू प्ले इट.
Absolutely. Yep, that's pretty much the tip of the day, and I hope that this helps. Do make sure to check your tuning as you're listening to this podcast also. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of our first podcast. We've got a lot of podcasts coming your way. We do not know where you're listening to us. This is probably going to be streaming on a lot of audio platforms, but we definitely want your love. We want you to share this podcast with someone. It'll definitely benefit them. And this podcast is kind of the first one, right? So it's going to cater to someone who doesn't have a ukulele. And we will be making episodes where we're going to be guiding how you can buy one. And at the same time, also, if you've already started playing it, then you shall get better. So yeah, share the love. Follow us on social media. Sally is going to quickly run through our social media and all of our connects so that you can get connected with us. And yeah.
Yes, definitely. If you have any topic or questions for us to discuss on the podcast, then make sure you shoot us an email on theukepod@gmail.com, which is theukepod@gmail.com. Consider following us on the Instagram @theukepod. Our handle is theukepod for the podcast show. At the same time, you can consider us following individually as well. So Gladson का Instagram handle है @OneManBandIndia. OneManBandIndia. And my Instagram handle is @SayaliTank. Sayali Tank. Also, we forgot to mention that our podcast will also be streaming on the YouTube.
Yep, we'll have a visual treat as well. So it's going to be really fun. Really fun. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Sayali and I will be continuing to bring you fresh podcasts every 15 days. So thank you so much for listening to us. And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining in. Keep strumming. Bye.